go.
G'day guys, Ice by JD here from the JDClan, and we are bringing you episode 6 of our weekly podcast, Reconnecting to Party, where we talk about gaming news, technology, and other truly interesting things. With us today, apart from myself, the one and only Ice by JD, we have Middle513.
Sup, people?
Say g'day, buddy. Nice. In the blue corner, we have Dexterous97. There he is. You're usually meant to say hello, but he's mute today, so that's
He's
all right.
fighting the power.
Yeah, he's to be seen, not heard. He's following the rules like
I'm
a
not a
good
part
woman.
of this system.
And then over here we have this sexy person. Look at him with his beautiful skin and his perfect backdrop.
And
We have
glare.
Wary.
It's hard to stay this good, I'm afraid. So.
Yeah, I like your haircut, man.
Yeah, gotta go to special barbers for that one.
I can
So-
tell, man. That looks like you'd pay a lot for that. And
Yeah.
last but very much not least, we have with us the sexiest, even sexier than Wary.
Yeah.
But she's not in the
Look
call
at
at
the
the moment.
beard. Look at the beard.
She's not in the call. It's Candle that I'm talking about. But I mean, we also have Maccaman here
Now
in
I
the
just
red
feel
corner.
like an idiot. You just ruined me, man.
I'm
Sup,
sorry,
people?
buddy. Yeah. Maybe Candle will join us later.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I can put her to shame with my looks.
Yeah, that is a nice beard. I don't think she's got quite as good a beard as you do.
She
Got a
won't
better
grow a
beard than
beard
you.
till she's 80. Like all good
Classic
Asians
Asian.
grow 'em when they've got white hair.
Once they've shrunk.
You notice they're good looking all the way to
Really?
60, and then all of a sudden they just shrink and become really old.
Yeah, they just like shrivel up.
It's like someone put them in a dryer and just.
One of those, this is quickly becoming racist,
Do
isn't
you want
it?
some Chinese jerky?
Oh, there was actually this meme I saw, right? It was like 30, 40, 50s and stuff, same picture, and then menopause, and then it's just a short Asian woman with white curly hair.
That's probably what it is. True menopause. Makes sense.
Oh, awesome.
Things we all say at the same time. Alright, fellas, what have we been doing this week in the gaming world? Dexterous, you're up. Stop keeping buddy. Tell us what you've been doing.
Nothing again, yay. Not really, average COD, Minecraft, Battlefield, boom.
Alright, what did you do in COD?
I shot some people.
Oh yeah? What did you do in Minecraft?
I built some things. Oh, not really. No, I use Minecraft as like a game engine these days. It's boring by itself.
Aww.
Mm.
Yeah, hipster. Oh, I don't play
Yo,
Minecraft.
low.
Minecraft's 2 years old now. Over it.
Wow. Really?
For me it is. I bought
Pretty
it
sure it was made in 2009?
Yeah, it's old, but I bought it in May 2011. I think that's whenever the PSN network went down. Got hacked.
Oh,
Yeah, May.
May,
that's
June.
probably about when I got it.
Yeah, that's where we all got it because we're like, fuck. Now what are we
Yeah.
gonna do?
Oh,
What's this
here we go.
Minecraft game?
And as you can see, we have now got with us the wonderful person that we were talking about before, Candlelit Chaos. Say hello, Candlelit.
Hello.
Hello.
Told you my beard was better.
Yeah, only marginal.
Should I draw one on?
No, please don't. No, but
Yeah.
yeah. So now we've got mostly the full crew. We are missing Jeff Scoons this week, but where he's going to make up for that, aren't you, buddy?
I'll try, but I'm a bit better looking, so I don't know as much about games.
Is that like
As
a,
you can,
is that like a
as you
balance?
can see, yeah, as you can see by my complexion, I don't spend too much time inside.
Look at the
Unless it's-
cameraman. Look at the camera.
Fucking hell.
And then you look at the rest of us, and we're all gamers, and like, especially Macca.
Mac is the gamer.
No, I'm sorry, Macca. You're beautiful in your own way.
Dude, I'm pure awesomeness.
So what were we talking about? Minecraft. I think
Yeah.
we'll just move on. That was
Minecraft and how it's like, what, 6 years old? Oh no, 6 years,
3 or 4 years old now. And how most of us got it when the PSN was down.
Yeah, that was some good times when we first got that. Back in the day, thinking, oh, actually, I remember the very first time I saw Minecraft, and I thought, wow, what is this crappy looking game?
I remember the first
I
time we
thought,
played it.
Piece of shit.
You,
Yeah.
me, and Keith from ETR. We like made
Yeah.
that little cave thing.
True.
That's
Oh,
probably
that
still
was
alive somewhere.
Yeah, we should go find that. We had a JD server.
Yeah, I want to get
had
that server up
multiple
so I
JD
can. I
servers.
want to work on that castle.
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 Oh my
The
god.
castle.
In this context, it's pronounced castle.
Yeah, I know, but it's become such a habit to piss off Badge to actually say it like that now.
All right.
Alright, Macca, while you got the spotlight, what have you been doing this week?
Diablo 3.
Diablo.
Yeah, I got my drivers fixed on my fucking graphics card so I can start playing games again on the PC.
Nice. Yeah, actually, you guys have all been playing Diablo this week, hey?
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Mhm.
sounds...
I joined in for a bit.
Yeah, she comes in with her level 60 wizard to my 39 freaking demon hunter, and she just slays everything with that arcane fucking beam.
Oh, I loved that.
I'm like trying to shoot him with my lightning balls, and
I
she's just
didn't
like,
even
nope.
With your balls of lightning.
I didn't even go into arcane mode. I just did my like little red laser.
And she was massacring everything.
But yeah, Candlelit, man. You look good when you're in arcane mode with those wings, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Badger's got the heart of the swarm wings
Oh, what
on
do
his
they
barbarian. They
It looks cool.
They just look
It
like
looks like
It sounds like that-
like
Diablo
Karrigan's
wings.
hair.
No, they look like those
Karrigan's
fallen
hair.
angels in Act 4.
Oh yeah,
Like
Alright,
those kind
yep,
of
yep,
wings.
yep.
But they're on his
that's-
barbarian, so they look fucking sick, especially when he goes into psycho mode.
No, I thought it would look weird on the barbarian. I thought it would fit like a witch.
No,
No, 'cause they're
it suits because he's got the
huge.
big shoulders and that, and they're really huge.
They're
really
the same size as the character, like above him. So he's like 2 characters
Yeah.
tall.
That's awesome.
They're freaking wicked.
Yeah.
Sounds like Macca's checking out guys' shoulders.
I have no problem with checking out guys.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Oh!
Oh,
Heard it here
we know a
first.
straight person when we see one.
I thought you were a lesbian.
I can't.
Yeah, how are you even in this call if you're straight?
Yeah,
That's weird.
I thought this was.
I thought you were dating Jimmy. I could have swore you were a lesbian.
I guess that's a fair cop. That's payback for the intro, is it?
Yes.
Oh,
Alright.
good call.
Speaking of Diablo, I
I
played a bit this week as well. I have got Bull Kathos for my Barbarian, level 60. Kick-ass dual single whatever weapons that do a lot of life on hits. He just bashed the fuck out of everyone. Yeah! Awesome. And then I spent all last night.
Sorry, how does that go again?
Yeah! Alright. Anyway, moving on. I also bought a shitload of Immortal Kings, which is like the top tier barbarian shit. Played a bit of Warframe with you pricks. Played some God mode with Jew. What else? have I
You've
done
been the
this week?
most active member. All of us are like, oh, we haven't played anything this week. You're like, you played everything this week.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're a little game
I played some
slut,
COD
aren't
as well. That was boring.
you played
Played some
COD?
DHA.
My pussy.
How
Yeah, that's
dare you?
I
Dungeon
seriously haven't
Hunter.
played any COD since I got my Roxio.
Yeah, well.
Do you
yeah.
feel bad?
And I'm addicted to Warframe, man. I can't.
All right, Jimmy, you're up. Go.
I'm addicted to Warframe, man. That's about all it is to it. I got me some hate swords, and I've been jumping and knifing and setting people on fire. It's good.
Yeah,
times.
I got my heat
dual
gloves.
Vipers.
One moment.
I got those
Momento.
gloves that are on fire. It looks awesome. I'm walking around with a gun. My hands are on fire.
Yeah, that does. I did say that. That was cool. Bit jelly of that. You know, I got my my strun up to level 30. I got my mag up to level 30 actually. Candle and I learnt a way to almost one-shot bosses using mag and Excalibur, which is awesome.
So you cheating?
No.
No.
You know the radial
Perfectly
javelin.
legal.
You know the radial javelin move that Excalibur
Yeah,
has.
explain
where
it.
you
I
stab
love
a
that
thing in the
move.
ground.
Yep.
Yeah. So well, I mean, people watching this might not. So you stab a thing in the ground and it shoots it. Actually,
Multiple
you-
swords in every direction and pins
From
people
your
to walls.
location.
okay. So every direction from your location is a thing, but mag has a move where you can put a bubble around an enemy, and it means that all bullets that pass through that bubble hit the enemy, and so you combine that bubble with Excalibur's radial javelin move, and every one of the swords hits that one enemy, and
He
each of
just
those
gets hit
swords.
Didn't I say
20
to do that
does
like
massive
last week or the
damage.
week before? I was like, shouldn't you try doing that with Macca? I swear I
Oh,
said
really?
it.
No, he definitely didn't. Anyway,
Definitely did.
it like one hits bosses. It's so good. Well, I mean, it almost
Nah,
does.
2 hit.
two
two
hits
hit.
bosses probably. But I mean, we've got how many Excaliburs in our group? 3.
Mm.
Well, I might not be
But I don't
using
use
a
radial
Excalibur for
javelin.
much longer.
Ooh, Candlelit, tell us about that.
What?
Well, wait, first off, I've started using ether daggers, which is like 2 little needles that you poke people with.
Take 'em
Acupuncture.
well.
The
Okay.
needle.
I've switched to a rifle called Latron. It's level 2 at the moment, but like I really need to upgrade it because it's crap without mods, and I have like no slots at the moment.
When did you buy
And
that?
I have to
Today?
wait. Yes, today, just before dinner.
Congrats.
And I have to wait 3 days before I get my Trinity frame, which is currently being built.
Serious?
Oh, so you've
Yeah,
already got all the
holy
parts
shit.
of Trinity. You've already built the chassis and the helmet
Yeah.
and everything.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
right.
Fucking hell. You
I
guys
can't
are
find
playing a lot.
anything for Frost. I brought the
Dude,
Frost blueprint.
That's because you have to go to a certain level, a certain
The certain
boss.
system.
But I'm
I've
pretty
got-
sure your
I've got-
boss is like the worst one to be. It's like in the middle of Pluto, which is like level 50 missions.
Oh, that's like 35 to
If we,
50,
if
isn't
we
it?
use this move though, if you bring me along as Mag and you guys all radial javelin it, we'll be good.
Yeah, but we have to
yeah,
get there
true.
first.
Or Candle will be with us healing us. Yeah.
Well,
Um,
we've got a new friend that we can get.
Yeah, we made a
He
new
can
friend
jump us there.
who takes us.
Ah,
we
look
made.
at
He's
you.
level 9.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. I
What?
heard you talking
Level
about it last
not-
night.
Level
That's
9.
nuts. We've
He's
been
been playing.
playing this for like 3 weeks, and I'm halfway through level 2. Like, holy smokes, this guy has played a lot.
Oh
That
yeah.
guy's hardcore.
Ryan, what have you
who
been up
have we
to?
missed? Right.
Who,
You mean
me?
Wary?
Wary.
I think I need to get Warframe by the sounds of it.
You do.
Dude, it's
Your
awesome.
brother plays this. You don't. What the hell?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah. No, as for me, not my
That's some
brother. Yeah, it is. No, I've been playing a bit of everything. A bit of Battlefield last night. I've actually started playing Guild Wars 2. I've played a bit of PlanetSide when I was just sitting around chilling on my own.
Oh, what's that
Planet
like?
Side 2?
PlanetSide 2 is
Get that
epic.
going again.
We've played that. Haven't
it's
you played that,
absolute-
Jimmy?
No, I haven't played it.
Fuck,
You reckon
we'll
my
have to-
laptop
have to do a
will pop it?
video of it. Oh, Macca's can.
It's
Yours will be
wicked, man.
Like
Pretty
Warframe.
sick.
Running around.
Is that
Planet
a
Side's
PC?
not graphically intense.
Yeah,
It's-
free
it's
PC.
only
From...
PC. The only, yeah, it's a pretty big game. I reckon if all of us jumped in and we just all jumped in tanks and just started wrecking shit, it'd be going.
Took me and
pretty
Macca like
smooth.
half an hour to find out which, because there's 3 different zones, like complete levels, and then each
Yeah,
level
the
is like the size of a
continents.
Skyrim map. It's ridiculous. So we had to go change continent. Then we found each other. And like, where are you? I'm here. I'm here. So like, oh, we'll run to each other. Bad mistake. Holy shit. Took us like 15 minutes of running. And like, you there? And Macca finally got to me, and he's like, oh, I'm dead. And then he spawned all the way over somewhere else again. Fuck.
How did you die?
What?
Fucking some guy was
Yeah.
flying over in like a swarm kind of thing. He just boom hit me.
What?
Like you.
What team did you just go? I gotta ask.
Can't remember.
Don't
It's that
you
long
dare
ago.
say-
I went the
Don't
one
you
with the
dare
nice
take,
heavy metal music in the back when I.
Oh yeah, I was meant the same
Oh,
one.
the NC. The NC.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
What did you
I
think?
went-
What's
I went
the-
the Vanu. I went
What's
the
the
Vanu. Technology equals might.
Oh yeah.
I'm the
Pussy.
purple guy. No
Pussy.
bullet drop.
Need the
Oh,
computers to do all the
sorry.
shit for you. You can't aim yourself.
That sounds pretty cool. It sounds like the Protoss.
Sounds like a name botter.
I'd go the vanilla.
Just saying.
Nah, they're pretty sick. Like the sniper rifles still have bullet drop, but they destroy really. I forked out and got one of the good sniper rifles. By good I mean like the second one, which is pretty damn cheap, and it still destroys. So,
That's it.
but
Nice.
Planet Side definitely good. So, other than that, I've also been playing some Hitman Absolution,
Dude, you've been playing
and some
everything,
Arma
that's
3.
I'm free.
Nice.
Arma 3, I hear everyone's just team killing in that now because it's just gotten so boring.
It is only an alpha, So there is bugger all to do, but
Because I beat all
You
the I beat all those those
their
demo missions.
showcases.
Yeah, the showcase is just absolutely nothing else to do now.
What I do is if you start up a multiplayer server just on your LAN, so all your mates can join in and everything, but you can actually have a co-op mission where it's like 10 people, 10 on one side, and you've got to try escape from the island. I'm not sure how you actually do it yet, seeing as I haven't actually played it for a little while, but you could all do that. So, but
That sounds fun.
it's pretty good. I love it. Look, it's a nice looking game, really beautiful game. And for an alpha, there is like no bugs for an alpha that
There's a
I've
few,
found,
but
personally.
yeah, like there's less
know-
bugs in that alpha than there are in most games that are fucking released.
It's an
Hopefully there's
alpha,
a
and
hopefully there's a mod kit for it, so we can bring out like custom mods and stuff like for Arma 2's DayZ and stuff.
then, no doubt there will be. I mean, like, you know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Wasteland mod for Arma 2.
Heard of it? I don't know what it's about. Yeah.
It's essentially like you're a survivor, just like DayZ, but without zombies. Pretty much is my understanding of it. And they've already got that for Arma 3. You can make your own scenarios and stuff. So, and then load that up as a server. So that's one thing. I mean, even if there's no modability, which I highly doubt, there should be a shit ton of that, I would imagine. But you can still create your own scenarios, which is pretty cool.
I can't freaking fly choppers in that though. Like every time I tilt forward like what 5 degrees, neck minute, traveling like 1,000 k's a second.
Yeah, it's do you actually use your auto hover? If you use your auto hover, it's really annoying because you'll be going like 1,000 kilometers an hour, or not quite, you know. But you turn your auto hover on, and the helicopter just flies straight up into the air to try to slow down, and you get like. Yeah, just gain like 300 meters altitude in like a couple of seconds. It's insane.
Like that one mission,
Yeah.
that showcase mission where you had to destroy the vehicles in the chopper, right? I'd
yeah.
fly past the choppers and then I'd turn around and I'm like, what, 50 k's away from it.
What I do?
This is why Dex
I'm
doesn't fly
a-
choppers. That's mine, Jimmy's job.
Oh yeah, we should do that again.
I'm actually
Yeah, I don't
a
wanna download
noob
the
pilot
updates.
as well.
No.
So, and
We're
yeah,
talking
to do
about
that
Battlefield,
mission,
by the way.
Battlefield, good old Battlefield. We've been playing a bit of that as well. One thing I love doing is is you get like machine guns, all the assault rifles, and you stick rifle scopes on them, and a bipod.
Is this Battlefield?
Yeah.
Campbell has discovered the face thing.
Oh yeah. Freaking on Battlefield, right? Rush on Oh my god.
Hey Macca, do yours. Forever alone.
He actually looks better like that.
He does actually, yeah, much better.
I think Dex should be this one.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it suits him.
It does. That does look like Dex.
To the T.
So yeah, anyway, back to that Battlefield thing, right? Freaking rush on Van Peak, set up that assault rifle with the rifle scope and bipod, you'll just snipe the pilot out of that scout chopper. It works every time, it's so good.
Oh
Just
yeah.
saying.
Just
Just
saying.
saying. Yeah, just saying.
All right.
Every time.
So who heard or seen the Black Ops? Not the Black Ops. The Call of Duty Ghost leak trailer thing.
Oh my gosh.
What
Wait,
they call teaser
I'm
trailer.
not gonna say anything. I'm not
I
gonna say
didn't,
my.
see, I
opinion.
didn't see this.
It looked stupid, I think.
It looks
Oh
retarded.
I haven't seen this.
You haven't seen the teaser trailer?
Link me.
You don't
Well,
need to worry about the mute sound or anything.
There's the exit button. Wait, I don't know if I'm mirrored or not, but yeah, there's the exit button for the hangout.
Wrong way, you fuckwit.
What's up?
But yeah, anyway, a bit of information about the new Call of Duty game. It is going to be on a new engine. Finally.
I'm slightly.
Are they just saying that?
This-
Because,
no, no, no.
technically
Because-
Black Ops 2 wasn't a new engine
No,
as well.
they decided that since it's a new gaming console generation, they thought they'd change because COD 4 came out pretty much at the start of this generation, and everything up to it now has been using the same engine. So they're like, well, this is a perfect opportunity to change engines.
Well,
So it's
there's
not
been
gonna be the
perfect
Quake
opportunities
2.
before now.
It's
It's not going to be the Quake 2 engine anymore.
no
I thought
Well,
it was
we
the
don't
Quake
know
3
what it's
engine.
going to be, but they've said it's going to be a brand new
engine.
So.
It might just be running off. It could be the Unreal engine.
And
It could be the
they're
new.
going to have
So they didn't make their own engine, they're just using it.
Yeah, they
It takes
they're
way
just
too
using
long
another
to
one.
make a new engine, dude.
they're going to have like destructible environments in the single player and maybe put that in co-op somehow and not co-op, multi.
I don't
And they're
think
gonna
they
have-
should do that in multi.
They're going to have sliding after sprinting, and they're going to have rolling while prone.
It's going to turn into Killzone.
The sliding and the rolling, you see, but the destructible things, I don't think they should do.
I don't want rolling. I don't want like a camper to be camping and then roll out of a door and shoot you and then roll. Although I can imagine doing some really fun like things, just a whole team rolling to an objective or something.
Although destructible like walls and that would seem interesting to watch in competitive, to see how they'd use that to their advantage.
They'd have to.
Because if you did it right, you can make little head glitches and that with holes in walls.
Oh yeah.
And with hopefully with the new technology, right? If you say break a wall, it'll actually break the wall where you hit it. Like in Battlefield 3 right now, if you hit a wall with like a tank round or something, it'll always play the same animation. Yeah,
Yeah.
it always plays the same animation, right? So hopefully with next gen, we'll see some more realistic stuff.
Jace, you're muted. Are you actually saying something?
Hey, I'm muted. Sweet.
I was like,
The
what's going
Killzone,
on?
the Killzone destructible environments are pretty good.
What?
They're not the Killzone 2 and 3. They're not like completely destructible, like as in you blow shit up, but like you got those cement pillars, which have like a cement layer and then like the layer of steel, and then like a steel pylon in the middle, and it holds it all together.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
you can
yeah,
shoot
yeah, I
out the
remember
cement,
that.
and like it's actually wherever you shoot that bit's the only bit that gets
Just
destroyed.
chunks off, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But like in Call of Duty, right? If you shoot glass, it'll like the whole glass will shatter. Like it won't be like, I don't know, but like if you threw like a rock at a piece of glass, it'd be like a circle coming from where you hit it, right? But in Call of Duty, you
But
shoot a
how
bullet
annoying
and
would
the
that be?
whole
You're trying
thing
to like
shatters.
break a window to jump through it, and you have to like break it off bit by bit and bit. That'd drive you crazy.
I think a window will just shatter, like it does now.
Yeah, I'd hope a window shatters.
They
Oh,
might
I
just make it a
have-
few more
they-
shots.
They've said that they're probably not going to bring it in anyway. So like, the
I remember
destructible
back,
environment.
like, the first thing I played on... Well, not the first thing I played on PS3, but, like, the first thing where I saw glass in PS3 was on Resistance 1. And
Yeah.
myself and Jew were playing cooperative, and we just, like, went up to it split screen. And I just shot the glass, and it just, like, cracked a little segment. And, like, the shatters just went all over the glass, and it looked so realistic. We're just like, holy shit! We did nothing but sit there punching all the glass and, like, watching it break and stuff. Move to the next window, punch a bit more. Move to the next window, punch a bit more. Wow, we missed one! Punch that one. Yes!
I never
Got
did
all the
Resistance.
windows.
I only did 2. I did
Yep.
Resistance 2.
was-
There's the exit button.
What was the first game you played on PS3?
Resistance.
Motorstorm.
I did Heavenly Sword
That was
and
Jew as well.
Motorstorm.
Huh?
That's what mine
Yours was
come with,
Heavenly
Heavenly
Sword at my
Sword and
place.
Motorstorm.
Sure, I forgot. On my PS3, the first one that I played was Modern Warfare 2 because I was late to the PS3.
Isn't that like the reason you got the PS3 was to play that game?
You know, the reason I got the PS3 was for Final Fantasy 13.
And you like
Yeah.
instantly started
No,
playing.
no,
What do you think
shit
about
anyway.
that?
I didn't like it, and I liked Modern Warfare 2 a lot. So there you go. I'm now a COD boy instead of a Final Fantasy boy. But you know, I still have those feelings for Final Fantasy 10. Love them. Yeah. But otherwise, no, the latest ones are shit. But yeah, I forgot about Heavenly Sword. That was fun, controlling the sword through the air.
No, the arrows.
Man. Yeah, that's the one.
And like we'd always fuck
And,
up.
like,
So I think it was you,
it
me,
was
and
so
Jew,
bad.
wasn't it? Like there was 3 of us, and we like, oh fucked up, hand the controller over. Oh
Yeah.
fuck, your turn. Oh shit!
We're like, no. Like,
It was
We're
down like
better now,
halfway
we
across
know
the. Because I used to have this massive, big like entertainment room thing, and we had the
Yeah.
TV right up one end, and it was just a really long room, and we were standing like at the other end of it, almost like 10 meters away from the TV because the TV was huge for that day. We're like, TV's too big, stand back. Oh,
Zoom out.
nuts.
Good times.
Speaking of PS3 and Diablo 3, Diablo 3 is coming to the PS3. For those who didn't know, possibly at the end of the year, they've just released a pre-order thing, and you can get a pre-order bonus if you pre-order now. The bonus is a in-game helm called the Infernal Helm, and it gives
Yeah, what is
you
that?
permanent XP bonus.
Permanent.
Yeah, like it's the
seems
helm.
good OP.
Is that all it does? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
you're
and
gonna find
it's
better
obviously
helms.
it's a collector's item too because no one else will have it. Just like the wings, you can have wings. They do nothing at all. This thing is actually it gives you an XP bonus. I don't know how it would work though, because like if you can start wearing it, then it would be shit after 5 levels. Maybe it levels up with you. Like
Yeah.
for every level you go up, its stats increase or something. Otherwise, it could be
Yeah,
kind of
because I mean,
useless.
you're gonna find better helms that also offer XP, and like XP is not your main problem.
I'm not sure if this is a percentage or plus. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that like it's not an XP grind, it's a item grind. So
Yeah.
If you get it on the PS3, can you play with people on the PC?
no. The
Oh.
I'm going
PS3.
for the PS4. I'm not going to do it on the PS3.
Yeah, it comes on PS4 too. We're all going for that if we do get it. But the PS3 version and PS4 version will work through the PlayStation Network, so your Battle.net account won't affect it at all. And it doesn't have always online, so you don't have to be online to play this game. Obviously, they did do
But
the
when you
always
play,
online
will it
thing.
be servers or will that one person host the game?
Both, I think.
Whoa.
I'm not sure.
Because I hope they do one
I think if
person
you just
host the
do
game.
public games, you can just join a server. But when you can play with all your friends on the one screen, like on the one PS3, so you can have 4 people
that'd be
co-op
fun.
on
That
the
would
one
be
screen. But you can also, I think you can play like Dungeon Hunter Alliance. You can play 3 people on one screen and invite your friend across.
That'd
Yeah.
be sick.
But yeah, it works through
I'd
the
do that.
PlayStation Network. So the reason they don't have always online, in my guess, is because you can't pirate on the PlayStation, where you can on the computer. So that's leading me to believe that the main reason they did the always online was a piracy thing, rather than their whole, we want everyone connected all the time for multiplayer reasons or some bullshit.
No one actually means that.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
actually believed
They
that.
do like they start off saying we're gonna have to have it online, and then they try and make it so it, like everything requires it, which just ruins it even more. So yeah, Diablo coming to the PS3 and PS4, and if you pre-order now, you get a cool helmet, but it's only for the PS3 at the moment.
Whoa,
That's
I don't know who
stupid.
would buy it for the PS3 because it comes out, as far as I can tell, within like a couple of months of the PS4 coming out.
Yeah.
So
There'd be some people that aren't planning on getting a PS4 though.
true.
So
Can the
that'd be-
guys on PS3 play with the guys on PS4?
You'd hope so.
It's the same network, so I don't see why you wouldn't, because you're going to
Yeah.
have the CODs.
But the
On both
the
consoles,
infrastructure will
which
be
are-
completely different. The way the game's made, because one's using the whole cell processor and the other one's just a standard
Yeah, can
PC
you get-
setup.
So what happens with the CODs? Because COD's going to come out on both. That's going to
Yeah.
So
drop.
it's Battlefield.
I
That's going
think
to drop the multiplayer thing
I think
by a lot. Then
Battlefield
Well,
will
if it's
have to be
multiplayer-
separate. Battlefield will have to be because Battlefield on the PS4 will be very similar to the PC, I believe, where because there's so much more RAM in it and better networking capabilities and stuff, you'll be able to have the big 64 player maps on the PS4. We'll be able to support them, but the PS3 will be
Or-
limited like it is now.
Or maybe it could be like how PCs are these days. Like if you have a better PC, then your game will just run smoother than someone who has
Yeah.
a worse off PC.
But
It's
nah,
like
I don't.
they could do something like Portal 2 did. How PS3 guys could play with guys on
The
Steam.
only reason they did that is because Portal isn't a competitive game. So someone on Steam and on the PC and someone on the PS3, there's no benefit to being on a PC. Like it's not like your reaction speeds affect you in the game or anything. It's just the puzzle solving.
Unless you're going for
Point.
speed.
No, I'm not talking about like console versus PC. Like,
No. But
how Portal
that's
2
what
did it.
they never do competitive games.
because remember they were going to do it with
cross-platform.
Counter-Strike, and then they scrapped it.
Yeah, it's just because PC, no matter what people say, PC easily outstrips
Is
consoles when it's
superior.
competitive. Like,
No, what I'm saying is, to allow people to play people on PS4 from people on PS3 with Battlefield and stuff and COD and stuff, they would just do it like how PCs are these days. How like
No,
the
yeah,
PS4
probably-
will
that's
be
what I was
the
saying.
same thing.
COD, they probably could do it because COD
Battlefield,
will be
I
set
don't
up.
see
But
it happening.
Battlefield, the PS3 version, I'm thinking will be the same now. Will be restricted to the number of players because there's only so much RAM.
What is it? 24-man servers?
Yeah, like
Well, then
That's the reason they had
if
to restrict
PS3 guys want to play with PS4 guys, they just have to play on the lower server counts.
Yeah,
I guess.
I just don't think they'd be able to connect to the 64-man
Well,
servers.
yeah, I think if they do it for Battlefield on the PS3 and PS4, I reckon they'll be completely separate. COD will most likely be separate just because they wouldn't be bothered like.
Well,
doing
I
the
think it'd only
legwork
be
for it.
separate for the PS3 guys. Like, I reckon they won't be able to connect to 64-man servers. That's it. They'll only be able to connect
Wait,
to the 24.
But I reckon COD, you'd be able to PS3 and PS4 would be able to
COD
play
they
with
may
each
be
other.
able to do it. Yeah, it depends on how the Sony is setting up the new.
It's bad
and-
enough that you've already split the market into Xbox and PS3.
Yeah,
and
but
then
this
you-
is this is the
You're
beginning of the
splitting it
new
between
thing.
your own company, yeah.
Huh?
It just depends on how well the games can talk to each other. So it's partly on the developers and it'll be partly on Sony
I
themselves.
find it weird that they're able to release it for both consoles because it means that they're really just going to be toning it down.
Because
for
they're
PS4,
working it,
isn't it?
yeah, for 2 SDKs and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, releasing it for the
Seems like-
PS4 and for the Xbox.
it's going to be lower than what the PS4 can do because the PS3 can do it, kind of thing.
No, I think what they'll be doing is they'll make it for the PC, PS4, and Xbox 720 because they all, PC can be whatever they want, and the other two are pretty much neck and neck. Like everything's the same. They got the same amount of RAM. They got
Yeah.
very similar graphics cards, very similar processors. So those two are so close that they can just create it for one. And just like you would on a PC, you just change the settings a little bit just to get the frame rates right on the other one.
Yeah.
And then for the 360 and the PS4 versions, they might do what they used to do
Three.
on the Wii, where they just
Yeah.
PS3, where they just dull like all the textures down and stuff like that.
The shadow, yeah, exactly.
My gosh, Wii looks so bad in this EVP playing. Like, God, on the Wii.
That's
It
like,
looks
I reckon
they're
that will be
playing-
like the Wii U's gonna look like against these other two.
Man.
Like once these
Oh,
other
yeah,
two
it
start getting the
will.
massive big games, the Wii U's just gonna be dulled down.
I honestly thought it was a bad idea for him to bring it out this early with technology that's already so
Yeah.
old compared to
There's
what
hardly
everything else.
any good games for it. Yeah. It's pretty much
But
just
most
all
of the-
first party
Because-
made.
Most of the games are being held back for the new consoles, so like, and they won't bring it out on the Wii U until the new consoles hit, and they'll bring it out on all 3 platforms, or all 5.
So, yeah, I guess I'll
But
try
I
to get it
understand the
quick.
way Wii. That's how they do it. They make the Wii cheaper and it's just a cheap product, easier for people to get and
The
play.
Wii U's not cheap though. How much did Badge spend on it? Like $400 just for the console?
I think he spent 500. He
So
spent
that's
like
including
500.
games, and they reckon the PS3 will be roughly $500 to $600.
The 4. Keep on saying
PS4?
3.
Yeah, fuck, leave me alone.
Wait, how much?
Speaking of shooting games, Respawn Entertainment, is that what they're? Yeah, Respawn Entertainment.
Yep.
The company, the developers that were created by the original developers that created Infinity Ward, that left. Anyway, so their new
Yeah,
game
yeah.
they're bringing out, which looks like it's going to be an always online space age shooter where you have mechs involved. So you're going to be running around the ground and jump in a mech and then go off, kind of like the mechs
Oh,
from
yeah.
the Avatar game. Anyway,
Like,
it's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
Oh,
And
Which
we'll
is
discuss this last
weird.
week if they were going to have an exclusive. So.
Yeah.
yay!
So
Xbox finally has an exclusive.
it's an exclusive. One of the reasons may be because it's an always online game, and as far as we know, the Xbox
Yeah,
is
and the
going to be
rumor
always
is
online.
around the Xbox. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
Everyone's raging about
because it's an EA game, right? Because Respawn EA Entertainment is doing it through EA, and publishers, the big publishers, generally don't have console exclusives because why would you when you can double the market by just adding it to the other
Exactly.
console? So I'm not sure if that's the reason why, or if they just refuse to do anything for the PS3, or
Or
gonna be weird.
Xbox, maybe just Microsoft could have just come to them and said, "Hey, we need an exclusive," because everyone else has already dropped their shit on now.
yeah, but they
360.
wouldn't. I don't think they'd make a game this like it's going to be a massively high-profile game and backed and all sorts of stuff because this is EA's attempt to kill COD, really. Like
Yeah,
their
good luck to 'em.
Battlefield they've
Good
tried
luck
and it
killing
hasn't done it.
COD on it when you're only putting it on one console.
Yeah, exactly. So
Idiots.
it's like I don't know what. No one knows what the hell they're doing. It's weird. All right. As for E3 this year, everyone knows what E3 is. Electronic Arts Expo.
You fucked that up.
Did I? All
You
right.
just went all EA on that. thing.
Entertainment Expo.
That's the one.
Oh my
Electronic Entertainment Expo. Something
I'm
like that?
reading
God.
Electronic
It's
Arts
free.
on
That's
my other screen.
free.
Anyway, so Valve,
It's-
the developer, isn't going to E3 this year.
what?
Not that much of
Why
a
not?
surprise
Oh,
because
weird.
they don't really have anything anyway.
And was it Nintendo that's not going to?
Nintendo is not having a stage show, so the three
They're
big
doing
shows are
their-
usually Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. Nintendo's not doing their show this year.
They're doing
That's
that thing they
weird.
have on the Wii, aren't they? That little thing they do weekly, I believe.
Oh, I have no idea
Weekly?
what they're doing.
Oh,
And
just
2K
They-
Games,
they call
I
it-
see what
they
you
call it
did there.
Wii Weekly, and 2K Games isn't going either, which is the publisher behind all the sports
NBA.
games, behind Borderlands, and a few other quite good games.
Did
as
they
well.
do Infamous? Did they
Nah.
publish Infamous? No.
Don't think so.
Infamous
That's
is a
weird. Why are
Sony
people
game.
going to E3?
Suck.
E3's like where it's at.
Oh, yeah, because I know Sucker Punch made it. I thought, maybe
No,
I'm thinking of
that'd
another
be
game.
Sony.
I must be
Online
thinking of
Entertainment.
another game. Yeah, right.
So yeah, E3 is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be less interesting because people aren't going,
We'll see.
doesn't it?
Well, we all know it's going to be the big battle between Sony and Microsoft with their consoles
Yeah,
anyway.
that's gonna be cool. I'm ready for.
Maybe
That's
that's
the same
maybe
as
that's why
always, actually.
Nintendo's like it's just going to be a waste of time for them to go. What are they
Well,
Waste
going
of
to
money.
introduce? Yeah, well,
They're
what are
be
they
like-
going to what are they going to introduce? A new game that's going to top a new console?
They're
Yeah,
going to
yeah, that's
introduce
going
a
to
new
happen.
Zelda and a new Mario
Yeah.
and a new Pokemon. That's all Nintendo.
Well, there
does.
has been that talk around the new Zelda game.
But they just
All they need to do is redo Mario Karts.
Oh, from the 64. I love that
That's
one.
Submarines
all
this
Nintendo
time.
does is
And
redo
space
everything.
racing.
yeah, that's the problem. They need a new freaking thing. They just keep redoing the same
Need
shit
a
over and
game
over.
changer.
Change it a bit, but it's like Final Fantasy's just going on and on and on. But that's for all consoles and it's for like everybody. And every Final Fantasy is completely different to the previous one. New characters, new locations, new everything, new worlds completely. It's just
But I mean, even Final Fantasy's getting a bit dead.
well,
Um,
that's because they're 13. All the ones before that were pretty decent.
Actually, that's true.
And
Oh,
well,
man,
let's
I'm
face
pumped
it, they've been
for
going
this.
for a long time. You're eventually going to run out of fucking ideas.
But
But
there's probably more Mario games than Final Fantasy games. And
Oh,
there's not much you can do with Mario. It's the same plumber.
There's a good 50, 60 Mario game.
It's nuts.
When you run out of ideas,
I
just
miss
go to
Mario
other
Kart
characters.
64.
that Luigi's Mansion, I think I brought it up last week. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Nintendo game that's new, that's kicking butt, but that's also a re-release because there was a Luigi's Mansion. way
Isn't
back
it
in
Luigi's Mansion 2 or something?
I think. Huh?
Is it number 2? Or is it just a re-release of the other
It's
game?
called Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon or something, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like a sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Candle has partially played it and has given up, but I've seriously heard nothing but good reviews from it. Like I've watched this show that always, it's funny because it just shits on games for being like finds every bad point, and even this show gave Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon a good review, which is just like crazy. But so look, Nintendo does apparently still make good games, but that's a re-release, so no. I don't.
Yeah. They need a new formula.
Yeah, they need to
They
just
need
give up.
they
Just
need
give
to
Sony some money.
they need to do something.
They need that one big game that's just going to blow everyone out the water.
Yeah. But
Called it.
what do they need to do? All right. Do you have any? Was there another story that you had there?
Nah,
Middle?
that's pretty much all this
That's
week.
all. So what do we have? Is it called new
Gadgets.
gadgets? Let's talk about some gadgets.
Actually, it's something pretty cool. You know, those
Gadgets and
business
news.
guys with them projectors and their business meetings with their PowerPoint slides and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, now I can take it on the go because this tablet has a projector on it. Projects out at 30 meters. I don't know why you'd want it on a tablet, but well, it's
For
there.
that reason. You don't have to worry about taking projectors and like computers and everything with you. You just take your freaking
Just
pad
You
Take
just
the
take it
tablet,
into the
just slap it on
toilet,
the table.
project it onto the wall.
and get busy.
What's that? What's wrong with just using a screen for that?
For what?
Because you can't get a big screen.
You
and
can't carry a big screen
chuck
in
it
your
the
pocket
back
into
of
the
your
toilet.
car.
Oh my god.
So you just sit it down. You can sit on the floor. You relax. You know, have your
Yeah.
hands up above your head. You know, just relaxing.
Hands above your head. Is that what we're talking?
How's that going to help?
Yeah. I don't know.
But it's
Get your
specs are pretty
chakras
good, though.
aligned. You know.
Specs are pretty good on this though. Latest Jelly Bean Android 4.2. Texas
got it.
Instruments freaking processor. It's 1.5 gigahertz, which is about standard for tablets really these days. Giga RAM, also
Wouldn't
standard.
Wouldn't it
Yeah.
drain the heck out of battery life having a projector?
Well, you'd
on
have
it?
it plugged in when you do that, obviously.
But what if you don't?
Well, if you don't, then it's not going to last very long. But you
Yeah.
have the option.
Hashtag logic.
Yeah, but like, I mean, come on. That
The good thing about
tablet.
this though, it
Plug
has
in a tablet,
expandable
like-
memory. So on top of that 16 gig stock, you can just slap in like another 32 gig SD card, and boom.
Does it have any USB ports?
Speaking of projectors.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
I
sure
was
if it
just
has
gonna
USB
say-
ports.
I was researching cameras the other day, and it seems that some cameras were released in CES 2013, which is like a camcorder version of E3.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it was Sony that were releasing camcorders that had projectors, that built-up projectors. But I don't see the point of that because it's got a screen on the other side. Like, wouldn't you
Because you
just?
want to show like a large number of people.
Yeah,
exactly.
like
And
instead
you know,
of having
and
to
then
plug it
they'll
into a
huddle over
TV,
your shoulder.
instead
Yeah.
of plugging into a
'Cause-
TV and stuff, you could just look what I just recorded. Bang!
Except that audio will still be bad.
Who knows? You can get little mics maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's-
Yeah, I don't really
I
see
don't
a
think
Not
the,
mics.
I don't think
Mics
mics are
don't
going to
make
help with
audio.
the sound at all. But you could try.
Speakers, you idiot.
Speakers.
It's-
Yeah.
Man's
it
all over
works
the
if you-
place tonight.
If you plug it in back,
I haven't slept for like 3 days. It's nuts.
middle's drunk. Oh, that's good, man. Let's go play some DHA.
I'll
with
stop
that.
waking you at 7 in the morning then.
Yeah, stop fucking waking me up, you prick.
I'm at
In
work,
some-
bored shitless. I got something to do something. Fuck.
So you
In
send
some
a
other
message to
gadget
me.
news-
Send it to Dex. He's
Yep.
awake.
But that's not the point. The
schoolboy,
point is to
wasn't
wake
it?
you up. And he's at school when I'm
What do you
texting you.
say? Do you just say wake up?
I
Yeah,
just said
oh,
wake up, Jeff, this
Yeah,
morning.
this morning was wake up, Jeff.
It's not even.
What?
Wiggle- I
Why
went
Jeff?
Wiggles.
You got it to
Wiggles.
the wrong person.
The Wiggles, you idiot.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Wiggles.
get it. I know.
God.
Jesus.
God.
I'm Australian.
I knew what you were talking about.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
Would it-
like we need
I
a
didn't
new
know what you were
host.
talking about. How do I
yeah.
know what this means?
Our host is being decapitated tomorrow. Who's going to take his place?
Wait,
We'll live stream it. We'll live stream
Yeah.
I Spy JD here from the JD Clan, vetoing this decision to decapitate the host and changing the subject quickly before any disagreement arises. Dex, you had more gadget news, did you?
I do have more gadget news, thank you very much.
That's good to hear. Get on with it.
In other news, there is a new gadget to help with decapitation.
Nice.
GG.
No, not really. In a few months, we might be seeing some phones and tablets with 1080p front-facing cameras. That's good
Oh
for
my
if you
gosh.
if you do vlogging and stuff. This will
Okay.
be
Front
Yeah,
facing
around
is in the ones that look at your face, yeah?
Yeah.
front-facing,
Yeah.
as opposed to
Just get my
back-facing,
brain
which
around
also
it.
faces your face. Yeah. Anyway, these things run at what 60 frames per second, which is your typical Call of Duty on.
I can just see
Whoa.
all the selfies from the girls coming in.
Video,
Yeah,
dude. They can already get the
whoa.
1080p
That'd be
freaking
sick.
pictures.
Yeah, but
So
now
you
they
don't
can
have to
actually
look like
see
a
themselves and
retard.
do
You don't have
it.
to look like a retard flipping your phone around or flipping your tablet
Yeah,
around.
so they
to
can be
record
like-
yourself.
They could be like,
Or
oh
take
yeah,
a photo
I would
look at
buy
that
that.
fucking big zip
Yeah.
there. Got it. Well, women are gonna love this shit.
When
I would
Australia
definitely buy it.
zits.
So
See?
who even
Candy's
uses
on it
mirrors
right
anymore?
away.
Just get a bigger screen. Just get the Galaxy Note with a front-facing camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're good to go.
But
And you
anyway,
just
the
look like you're
reason
texting.
Yeah.
the reason we don't have these now is because, well, there's not enough space to slap the little 1080p camera there. I mean the card, sorry, because well, you don't have much space in it.
Well, phones
Oh yeah,
just
like
seem to be
above the
getting
screen
bigger
on the front
anyway.
of it.
So what changed? Did they make it smaller, or did the phones get bigger, or both?
Well, like it's this little sensor thing. So yeah, probably both actually. Because yeah, Galaxy Note is huge.
Yeah.
That Samsung
Have you
Galaxy
noticed
Note.
how weird phones are going? When they first come out, they were fucking, as big as a brick for a house. Then they shrink to barely fitting in your hand, and now they're too big to fit in your fucking hand again.
They need two of them.
Like
Yeah,
the
look at
Luna-
Galaxy
make a-
Note, right? You don't know if it's a tablet or it's a phone. ¿Por qué lo nestos?
What?
Why not both?
oh
Yeah.
god.
Nice.
You spend too much time on the internet.
What about that thing that we were looking at before?
Game stick,
Yeah, the
people.
game
Oh,
stick.
Game Stick. I
That
don't
looks
get it,
way
right?
better than
It's meant to
Ouya.
be. It's meant to be like a a competitor to Ouya, right? But I've heard zero
It's
information.
not as I don't think they got as big a Kickstarter program. I don't even know if they were a Kickstarter program. But Ouya was big because it was a Kickstarter thing, and there's like
Yeah.
the development of the console was fully open to everyone. So like people like customers and stuff would be like, oh no, it looks shit. You should do this, or you should add this to it instead of that. While this other one just I don't think was like open to people.
Yeah. But it looks pretty cool. What I'm
It looks
it's,
way better than Ouya.
Oh
it's
yeah,
got this the tiny little that tiny little stick. that you
3
plug into
centimeter
your HDMI.
stick.
How
Yeah.
the heck do they have a wireless receiver in that? And in the Bluetooth thing, how do they
It's
have?
just
'cause
Bluetooth, man.
just-
Bluetooth.
No, but it has
sends
wireless
even something
network.
Really small.
Yeah,
Wireless-
and it has wireless network.
Wireless
As
network
in-
adapters.
That's really small these days.
Wireless network adapters, like you got those USB dongles that you can buy for your computer. If you
Yeah.
open those things up, it's all just plastic. There's like this tiny little chip inside, like tiny.
Huh.
So this 3 centimeters, so it's like that, and but it's fairly chunky, it's fairly wide. Yeah, it's like the size of my nose, pretty much.
All right.
They'll fit a chip in here, then have the Bluetooth up this nostril, and then you'll have the USB coming out into my brain, and I'll be like, download that shit.
All right.
Where's
cool.
the 3G?
Favorite feature about it though is that little stick thing actually goes into the
In
controller.
the controller.
Yeah.
And then you just slide that thing in your pocket. It's like the size of a smartphone.
Doesn't it also plug
You
into
just
your
walk
TV?
No,
controller.
Jason, it doesn't.
No, the
What?
controller doesn't. What?
No, the little USB.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
You pull it out of the top of the controller, plug it in the back of the TV, and then you just
No,
sit
it
down and
just
play it
it's
through
magically
HD.
sends
You can
signals
take
to
it
the
out
TV
and-
case.
You can
No,
take
that's
it
called
out
WiDi, mate. Wireless
And
display.
yeah, that way, and then you can take it out and you can take it anywhere you want.
Yeah, cool. So it's just like, so when it plugs into the controller, it's like a carry case for it, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just sits in the top of the controller, and
But
that's
how many
way better
TV
than the
How
Ouya.
many TVs do you guys visit? 'Cause,
two.
I'd probably leave it plugged into one.
I have two.
Okay.
But
Well, what if you want to go to a mate's house? This thing is actually bringing.
Yeah, but that way I can
This
take
is
it.
LAN
If I want to
gaming
play
back.
in the lounge room, I can just boop, put it.
What?
In.
What mate's house, dude?
not your mate. Yeah, so it looks cool. I think it will do better than Ouya, like if it gets off the ground, just because the Ouya seems to be trying to kind of take on the big gaming consoles, because it's just
Yeah.
another console. It might be small and it might be an Android one, but it's still that's all it is. While this
The good
other
thing
one-
about it though is that it's open to developers. Like they say, they want you to hack it and stuff, and it's cheap. It's what, $100? Yeah.
Are you talking about the Ouya or the game stick?
I don't know how much the game stick is, so.
Yeah.
You'll probably be able to do stuff to the game
Would
stick
you
as well,
guys
because that's
actually-
Android. So
Would you actually
Yeah,
buy
it depends on.
a game
I
stick?
don't-
No.
one? Yeah, game
Would I
stick.
buy an Ouya? No.
Yeah, I don't. it's
I
not the
actually
type
wouldn't
of thing
mind
that
getting
I
one because, well.
The games I've seen on the
Yeah.
game stick look cooler than the Ouya ones, but
I
That's
would
just-
I would
that's for
honestly
now.
get it for when I would have to travel and you got to stay in like a shitty motel.
that
room.
would be a
Oh,
good
yeah.
use for it.
That's a good point.
And that's
Don't-
all it's there for.
All the hotels
You don't have to
those
worry about a
little-
Nintendo DS. And you know those little portable DVD players you get now, and they got like the screens you plug in the back of to your fucking thing. Some of them have got HDMI ports on them. You can just plug that thing right in there,
Oh, yeah,
sit in the
into
back of the car.
your
Boom.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, I don't even play mobile games very much, so I don't know why
Neither.
I'd want to leave my PlayStation and go out to the front TV and plug in this little thing.
You get into
So-
like a few games, but most of those games are like the 4 words, 1 picture, no, 4 pictures, 1 word game.
It's what you play on the bus or something like
Yeah,
that.
and it's,
so
it's
you
like
don't-
word games or
bus.
thinking games or
Yeah.
puzzle games
And I think
as
the
opposed to
idea,
actually
though,
like action.
the
and shit.
idea behind the Ouya is meant to be like people like me can just write games and stuff, put them in the marketplace, and then it's just for indie people, really.
Yeah, that's
Or-
cool, but that's the game stick will be doing the same thing, but it just has this extra
Exactly, so-
advantage of being portable. So, like those two are going to be competing with each other. That's going to happen because they're both Android devices, and they're the only two.
Nobody really knows about the game stick, so
Apparently, Ouya is stronger than it, though.
Oh yeah, the Ouya's. Well, the Ouya's a box. This is a stick. Come on.
But
Yeah.
but I honestly think the stick just seems so much better to me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
Maka
this-
does like the stick.
Love the stick.
The game stick.
Uh,
Alright, Maka, the spotlight's on you. Yeah, got any movie news this week?
Iron Man 3. Went and seen it.
Went and
Same.
Yep, went and seen it.
Thoughts?
Awesome.
Thoroughly enjoyed
Um,
it.
He dies at the end.
Awesome and
dies.
sad.
Dex, the exit's up there.
I would say it's almost on par for quality with the Avengers.
Oh, really?
Oh,
No.
But you can't take it into the scope of the Avengers, like because you got all those characters. But just for story and that and how engaging it was, I reckon it was like the Avengers for myself.
That's a good review.
I watched Iron Man 1
This,
like
this is coming from the person that liked Percy Jackson's Lightning Thief.
I watched Iron Man 1 like the day before I
Never
went to watch
said I
Iron Man
liked Percy
3.
Jackson Lightning Thief. What the fuck?
You said
Yes,
no,
you
that
did.
was Badge.
Shut up. Oh, okay. Well, Maka now, apparently. I declare it. Maka liked it. Moving on.
So
I
middle, what we
loved it.
saying?
How dare you say I liked it?
What's your favourite line from the whole movie, Macca? It's got to be the same one as me. It's got to be everyone's favourite
No,
line.
because we won't.
Is this a spoiler?
This is going to be a spoiler because we won't get the same impact from this line.
But you won't
You
know
can
when
flash
it's
it on
coming
the
up.
screen. No, flash it on the screen now.
All right.
And we
If you
won't
can
look.
be bothered editing that in. And then,
If I
like,
can
everyone who
remember it.
doesn't want the spoiler can close their eyes right now. And then, alright, now you can open them.
Yep.
That was the line, and I hope you can remember to edit that
Well, put it in the chat. I want to see what you thought it was, Jace.
The chat, but
Yeah,
then
I
everyone
don't-
else will see it.
in. No, we won't look at the chat.
All right. Which chat are we talking about here? We're talking about Google chat.
No, the other one.
Put it in,
Skype
put
chat.
it in a
Oh,
personal
yeah,
Skype.
just-
Send it to me.
Yeah.
Send it to me as well.
Yeah.
Send it to me. I want to see which one you're thinking of.
You're going to have to create your own.
Hold
Jason,
on,
you watched
people.
it as well?
No, you can
Podcast
put
is
it,
on pause for a second.
you can put it in Skype and then delete
Talk
it
amongst
after.
yourselves. Talk amongst
Yeah,
yourselves.
put in the JD chat one, and then just
Yep,
delete it after.
Yep,
And then-
that's the one.
That's the one?
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me.
I'm
That's
not-
a link,
I'm not
Jeff.
looking. I'm not looking.
That's the one. That's the one.
I'm looking
Oh,
forward to this line.
It's
now.
the best.
Is it delete?
It's like the whole fucking cinema just fell on the floor laughing. That's how funny it was. Like nothing in the Avengers was as funny as this one line. Oh,
Kendall, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you free?
Movie date. I don't know. Tomorrow. Let's go.
do it.
Yeah, but it was a solid movie. I
Dude,
honestly
there were
think it was.
so many funny bits in it.
I
compared
think
to,
it
like,
was better
action
than the
movies and
first
stuff.
one, and let's face it, it wasn't be hard to be better than the second one.
Second
The
one
first
was
one
a
was
joke.
I know, right?
Second one.
Iron Man, and there's literally Iron Man in it for 20 minutes, fucking 2.5 hours of just Tony Stark doing nothing.
Is that the one where he like has a party in his house with like 5 suits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, it was 2 suits, don't exaggerate. Yeah, and he pisses himself. Yeah.
This
Yeah, that
one was
wasn't a
like
good-
this one was interesting because it explored like a weird side of him.
And I honestly think it made him seem more human in this one, like because the other one he was all this big guy,
Yeah, like
who's had all this crazy
I
shit
noticed
happen.
that when I watched Iron Man 1 again, like because I've seen Iron Man 2 heaps and recently, and the Avengers, and in that he's just this arrogant prick who's smart and blah blah blah. But in Iron Man
Same
1
with the first one.
and Iron Man 3, in both of them he's humbled. Like
Yeah. Well, in the first
Robert
one,
Downey Jr.
he's
Robert Downey
humble, but at
Jr.
the same time he's arrogant. But in the third one, he's a lot less arrogant.
No, in the first one, he's
and
only arrogant until he gets captured, and then pretty much from then on, the whole thing, he's like, he's not. He's just It's weird.
He does. RDJ is really good at playing.
But at the same time, he didn't seem human. You know, like he was still larger than life. But in the third one, even with all the crazy shit happening, he just, you know what I mean? He seemed more relatable.
I think this proves that money is the best superpower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even with all the money he have, he couldn't afford to
Definite
do
solid
any of
proof,
that.
because
Like,
this is
seriously.
non-fiction.
Like,
So-
yeah, trust me, his company couldn't have made enough money to make all that shit.
He's pretty sick. But it's so
what
weird.
about, have you seen
Hey?
any trailers or anything? We can stop talking about
Trailers,
Iron Man.
Pacific Rim.
Ooh, Jinx here.
That looks
Who's-
sick.
What? I don't even.
Go,
I
Macca.
haven't seen a trailer for
It's
it.
like Evangelion.
Oh fuck.
I have
dude.
no idea what that
That
is.
sounds even worse than Pacific Rim.
Is it to the same extent where like whatever happens to the robot happens to the person controlling it?
No, not like that.
Oh.
But I mean, it's just the same concept. I like an alien creature, but these come from the ocean.
And they're
Robots
huge.
fighting.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I have
it's-
seen ads for this actually.
Yeah, it's like these giant aliens like have been unearthed, but
In the bottom of the ocean, they come from
and
the
they
bottom
come
of
up
the
and
ocean.
they're like Godzilla size, and humans are like, well, fuck, what do we do?
Do you know what
and
they
they try
remind me
taking
of?
a
Some
bite
of
of
them
nothing.
remind me of Warframes.
Yeah,
The way they look.
Yeah, they look like Warframes. Anyway,
Back
so
to
yeah,
Warframes.
so the humans
Let's
build
do
these
that.
massive robots to take out the aliens, and shit goes down. And they have to
Power
wait for it to come out.
Rangers!
Power
Sick.
Rangers.
It's very anime inspired for sure.
I really like the spin in Evangelion. However you pronounce it.
Evangelion. Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen that.
It was an awesome anime, and it's like
Oh, that's
It's
why I
It's
haven't
an
seen
old
it.
one. It's an old one.
one of the.
They're
really cool
redoing it
things
slowly. They just brought out 3.3, didn't they?
I don't know. But the cool thing about it was that whoever's controlling the robot, like whatever happens to the robot, happens to the person controlling it.
Oh, this one they got two people controlling it, and they're linked together, and they do everything together.
Linked. How they linked?
I don't know.
Like
It's a
Mind
fucking movie. Yeah, they just link them. You know, they
When
just
we
put
see
them in
the
a suit.
movie,
And they're like, oh my god,
we
we're
can
linked.
tell you this shit. Jesus.
She's candid.
What? She
They didn't
says
give-
one thing, and you just.
God! She
All
does
right,
it
so
all the time.
we're going to move on here to our final segment, the Would You Rather, and our guest this week, Mr. Wary, has a question for us. Lay it on
Mr.
us.
Wary.
Mr.
Yeah,
Wary.
you're a Mr. now.
I thought I was
Or
a
would
doctor.
You were a Mrs.
Mrs.
before.
Dr. Wary.
Burn.
You've just
No,
had...
I'm a doctor wary because I'm a doctor of science, and I want to know: would you rather go forwards in time or backwards in time? So that's
How
that's
long?
If
my
you
would
go-
you rather.
If you go back in
Right,
the time, can you come back?
Well, that's a good question. I reckon you can't come back.
Oh,
To make things interesting.
What's
Just
the
to put
period of
pressure on
time?
you.
we've all seen.
it's-
Wait, we've all
Can you-
seen
We've all
that
seen-
Futurama movie. How
We
how
have.
Bender goes back in time. Yeah.
If you go forwards enough in time, you'll reach the same date anyway. As
But
What?
we've all
Yeah.
seen that Futurama movie, right? If you go back in time, the clone is always doomed.
What? Why?
What?
Maybe
I don't know, that's how it was in the movie.
Well, explain
Um,
it, because I haven't seen this movie.
They can't
No,
both
wait,
live in the
no,
same
but-
time thing. It's a paradox.
Can we choose how far back and forward we want to go?
yeah,
If we go backwards, do we like de-age as well, or are we like
Yeah.
we us?
No.
Are we us?
no, you
You
don't.
go
And
on a
it'll-
time machine, dude. You just go back.
It's
Yeah.
it'll be a time machine, and it's exactly 1 year before you were born.
Ooh.
What?
Or-
that's-
or
the same age
the same
forwards.
amount forward. Yeah.
Yeah,
same
all the
amount
same. Yeah,
Well, we're all
Alright, I
pretty
know
much the
what-
And
same.
you can't
so-
come back.
We're all pretty
So-
much the same
and you
age
can't
anyway,
come
so it'll
back.
be like
So it's about 23 years.
so it'll
back.
be like early 90s or
Yeah.
late 80s.
Music back then was a lot better.
The 9.
I'd go
Oh.
forward. Definitely
I
forward.
don't know. The 90s is when the boy bands started rocking.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's what I said. Music back then was a lot better.
But once I travel either way, I can't come back to my original
No.
time from when I left.
You're
Canada.
stuck.
no, I'm afraid not.
Ooh,
It's a
So
one-off.
that's easy question then.
I
Go-
would
go
study the
forward.
past and then go back.
Same.
What?
Make a killing like Biff
No,
from
oi,
Back to the Future.
would you affect the future by going back in time, or would the future
Yeah.
play out exactly
I
as
think
it has?
that's I
No,
think
because
you-
otherwise you create a paradox and the universe will implode.
yeah, but I think that's what has to happen. If you go
Divide
back
by
in time,
zero.
You can't not create a paradox if you go back in time. So I think
Yeah, it says.
For this, I reckon we make it that everything pretty much goes exactly as it is.
okay.
Like nothing
Somehow.
changes.
Really?
Even though you're changing things, that
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
I'm going back with lottery numbers from ones that didn't win.
So you know Steve Jobs? That's
Yeah.
actually Dex, and I'm Bill Gates. What's up?
Oh, what? You guys both.
There we go.
I'm gonna be rich, bitch.
You invent
What?
just
I'm
before it-
confused.
You're gonna die of
It's
cancer,
saying-
is what I'm saying, and I'm gonna live to be old and filthy rich.
And also, people love you.
I'm inventing
No,
Facebook.
You can't even invent chocolate milk, man.
Think about
I'm-
it like this though. You know what's happened in the past. Like it's written in the books, so you can go into the future and still have the whole past there with you.
What?
But I can't
Yeah.
benefit from it, you fuckwit.
No, it's like
Yeah, but you can go
it's like
enjoy it.
it's like
Let's put it this way.
the
You
Terminator
can go
shit.
forwards.
When you go back or forwards in time, only you did go. Like all your clothes get disintegrated, and you end up naked.
Oh, so it's like Terminator.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so you can't
Terminator
take shit
also
back with you.
affects the future. No, I'm
but
going forward
you
in
could
time.
just
I'm
go
gonna
to
go
the
play with some-
library or something. Find a history
So you're
book.
going
and
to
then boom.
2033 ish.
You got to remember that resources have run out by then. The world's already in a world war.
That's
so
right. No,
although,
because
although
We're already
technology
onto our-
is better,
they've
we're
got-
already onto our
let me
second
explain my
apocalypse.
case, people. Let me explain my case. All right.
You don't have a case. Shut up.
You're forgetting.
Moving on.
You're forgetting to think about the fact that in the future there will be bendy touchscreen phones.
By
Oh.
2033, there will be phones implanted in your brain, man.
And I will
You're
own the
missing out.
patent from going back in time.
Yeah, we'll still be alive. We'll still be
Good luck.
alive. We'll be the inventors of the bendy phone.
Yeah, but I'll still be alive when you're not, because you'll still be
Wow.
alive.
Well,
then.
the first thing
Wow.
we'll do is like get technology. Because I'm going back with these
Wait,
guys. You can fuck off to the
Wait,
future.
why does it
We'll meet
matter
there,
if you
and
live
then we'll
to
stay alive
80,
forever?
but you do it 30 years into the future, but we're still going to live the exact same amount of time pretty much anyway. So why does it matter if you go into the future and do that?
Because I'm gonna live longer. What?
Kind
You'll
of
be alive
logically.
You're, gonna,
later.
yeah, but you're still going to live at probably the same amount of age time as us.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm gonna live the same amount of
85
age
years.
time, but I'm gonna make it to a further distance in the future, which means I get to enjoy more awesome technology and things.
well,
Yeah, but I
Or
will
more
own
fucked up
all that
explosions.
awesome technology.
I don't care who owns it. Do I care who owns Sony? No, I play on my PlayStation.
I hope
because
you
you know what
do.
I'm going to do? I'm going to go back in time. And I'm going to make sure they don't invent that shit just to fuck with you.
Well, that's right. I'll be an Xbox
You can't
fanboy.
change the past up to this point. Apart from owning companies,
That's
of
true.
course.
Well, I'll go off
You know,
and
I'll,
own
I'll,
Google.
I'll just own
You
Samsung
guys
and
can have
Apple
fun.
until Apple
So you
becomes.
guys
it.
are all
and
going
sue
back.
yourself.
I'm the only
So
one
we've
that
all
wants to
chosen-
look forward.
I'm going to the future as well, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm
Jeez,
gonna
if you go
sue
back-
myself, Macca.
Oh, good.
So like
Well,
everyone
Dex,
thinks.
Dex, tell us your case. Why?
Well, I already told you about because you have all the past in the books, so you just go to the future and still have it with you.
What does that even mean?
History books.
What about them? You
Yeah,
can't
but who
take shit
cares
with
about
you.
history books. I
No,
mean,
what?
It's public domain.
You mean when in the future
are you
you can just go to the library and the history books are there?
So you can
as in
read
you're
about
saying
it.
you don't need to
The
go-
past has already happened, right?
Yeah,
We know everything that's been done because, well, people have written about it.
yeah.
So you're saying you don't want to go to the past because it's already happened, and you can go to the past in a book. Is
No,
that what
I'm
it is?
saying because I want to like explore, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, see that's.
yeah, but
I
we're
don't know
you
what
go
you
to
think that was the history
all right.
books.
For you, Dex, just for you, because you're like 2 years old, we'll let you come back our age. All right. So you'll be back before you were even like born, before your parents were even born. That's how young you are. So you'll come back with us to the early 90s. Well, that seems weird
No,
for
don't
you.
do it. You do not want to walk in on your parents. They're making you.
You're the only one that went there.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, what?
Candace, what are you
Let's
doing?
see.
We haven't heard from
He
you.
goes
That's
back.
alive.
Yeah, but seriously, think about
Repressed
this.
memories.
You go to the future. How are you going to explain your presence there and live off money, make money when you won't even have an ID, a birth certificate, anything? And you're like, oh, I'm him. I travel.
Well,
I'm
I
a
mean-
Mexican immigrant.
You're not going to be able
Problem
to do
solved.
anything.
What? That's the same problem you're going to face if you go back in time. you
Yeah, but
idiot.
it's not going to be as hard to get a fake ID back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
It's hard enough to get a fake ID now. Could you imagine in 30 years?
And
Wow.
imagine it, if you go back in time, you can take all the fucking cool screen names before they piss off. Yeah, I'm Tom from MySpace.
Wait, I've already got the most cool screen name in the world, right?
I'll take it.
You mean my
Yeah.
screen name?
I spell JD from the JD clan.
There we go.
I will invent YouTube, Facebook, all of
No, you
that.
can't.
Good luck learning PHP and all those
No,
programming
we're not saying we're
languages.
inventing it. We're the ones that
I
are
will
giving the
own it.
inventors the money to invent it. And we,
You've
Or
So
invented
where are
I'll
you
just
going to get
give-
this money from?
so we own the
Why?
majority of the
Why?
companies.
No,
'Cause
you
we
guys
know-
are all
Like,
Like,
all you have
Google's
to do
like,
is make the
oh,
right-
do that.
Not do
Google-
anything
all you have to
without
do is
capital.
make the right financial investments in the stock market from back then.
Yeah.
And
you just any publicly owned company, you buy
So-
buy the bitcoins when they release.
So you know Facebook? Facebook, when it first released to public domain, shares were like $10 or something. Let's just say that.
They
10
were
years
less than
later, the guy who owned the majority of the shares in Facebook, he sold them. He bought his shares at say $10. He sold them for like $20,000 each. So you know
One share isn't much.
that's 10 years. You're gonna make a lot of money just for shares. And like Google's like, oh, we need someone to help us set up the database for Google. Like, I've never heard of this company. Wink, wink. I'll give you money. Billionaire! Fuck yeah!
I give you this much money, you give me 51% of the controlling interest in the company, and then all of a sudden, bam.
Challenge
Challenge
accepted. Don't you want to go get the interest? You want to explore the future and find all the interesting things. Why is money the only thing you want?
Because money can keep me alive forever.
I mean, screw the money, man.
What?
I want to go
Forever.
explore
Forever.
things.
Forever.
What are you doing, Candace?
It's not.
No.
It's more. You'll be able to live comfortably. You'll know what's going to happen. You know, everything's nice.
Oh,
You'll
it's
be able to have
boring life,
fun with
man.
your life. What do
You've
you
got
mean?
Money. It
You'll be
means
able to travel
How
the
can you have
world.
fun with life when you know what's going to
Yeah,
happen?
you know what's
For
going to
20
happen. That's
years.
boring. And you've got
That's
money
like watching the
means-
same movie every day.
No,
it's
no,
not.
yeah, I know
You've
what's
got
going to
money
happen.
to earn,
Yeah,
and you also,
I'm
you've
not
also
going
got
to learn
live.
about everything. I'm just going to learn the stock market and what certain
sorry,
companies
but
do.
you've
I'm
also
still going
gotta
to
live
travel
with
the
the fact-
world and do that, and I'll be
You've
able
also
to do
gotta
that because
live
of all
with
the
the
money I
fact-
make.
You got to live with the fact that you've like taken money off someone effectively, because whoever is a millionaire now from Google, and you're going to take over Google and take that money. So you've gone back in time, cheated,
never-
to
yeah, but it
steal
never
someone's
happened.
money, and
Yeah,
you're
but it
living
was
out
never
a
their
boring
money.
life.
What do you
But
mean?
it should have.
It's not
It should
cheating.
have
It
happened to
should
them
have.
when
It's
they
not
fucked it up.
stealing their
It's
money.
not stealing if
because-
I take it before it's theirs.
Yeah, they never knew it happened, so there's no remorse on their part.
But there's some in
You
yours
live
because
a
you
boring
do.
life.
I'll
then.
just
No,
give
these
him
people aren't
lottery. I'll
exactly
just like,
moral, though.
you look like you need a few $1 billion. Here, have some. It's alright.
But-
I own
But
Google. and
Essentially,
Apple
how am I
and-
living
What
a
about
boring
their
life?
fame?
I'll make millions of dollars.
What
I'll
about their
travel the world, have
self-satisfaction?
nice houses. You'll be in the
Okay, okay.
future with all the cool technology, no money, no house. No,
What
but
if
I'm
we?
still gonna
What
have
if
the
there's
boring life.
technology? You press a button and there's a house just pops up right in front of you. You've seen Futurama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're going to just own a house?
Futurama
Yeah.
is like 1,000 years in the future, not 20.
20.
Will the house be part
You've
of
seen
the
when-
Black Ops
When
2.
Dex and I go in the future in 30 years, they're going to have cryogenic freezing things for open public, and then we're going to go 1,000 in the future, and then we're going to freaking shit all over you guys with our freaking
Dave,
But
radar.
there's
you
gonna
do
be a
realise-
laser.
We'll still
I'll
be
be-
alive,
And I could just go into the cryogen with you,
because we'll
And
probably
I
be
can
able to
just-
afford to.
and I'll
Yeah,
just
but
buy
you'll
the
be older.
company and not accept you. See?
But
See
no
what
one-
it is?
no one likes it.
Have you seen that Men in
Wait,
Black
has,
3?
has Wary given his opinion?
Yeah, Wary, what's yours?
Have I given my opinion?
Yeah, well, I mean, you came up
Oh.
with a question. What do you think?
I wouldn't travel forwards or backwards. Well, I guess
It's
I
not
could
a choice, it's
One or
would
the
you rather,
other.
one or the other.
Yeah. I could go back in time and give up all my wonderful technology, or I can go forwards in time and have a bomb dropped on my head when everyone's killing each other.
North Korea.
North Korea won't exist. It'll be China's,
So
like,
make
northeastern
sure of
border.
I will buy North Korea.
Yes. It's like South Korea. Do you want to get a
You-
massive
you're
loan off
saying
me
you'll
to buy that bit
everything.
above you?
You're saying you'll buy everything if you go back in time, but where the hell are you getting all this money from?
Dude, of course I can't buy North Korea. I'm just being a dick about that. Jesus.
He's got all the money because
I mean-
he owns everything.
No, but honestly,
Yeah, but where do you get this
the
capital
right
from?
investment, the right small investment at the start will turn into billions of dollars eventually through all these companies.
See,
and
all
what
you
they
got to
were.
do is you just
Owning
got to
every company.
invest in the
I buy
companies.
51%. I buy 51%
Don't
of
buy
the majority of a
51%.
company that's worth
No,
nothing.
don't buy 51%. You'll fuck it up, man.
No, yeah, don't. No, what I reckon is you buy
Buy
like say
49.
to buy like 10-15% in such a way that you
When it's
can't
really
be bought
cheap,
out
when it's worth
really
nothing,
cheap.
when it's
but do it
starting out.
in every company. So Google, Apple, Samsung, LG,
I reckon you'll
Sony.
get pinned for fraud after a while. They'll be like, how come you keep getting these like big winners?
How are they going to do that? Oh,
I don't know.
how did you know that a company just starting out 5 years down the road was going to go big?
I'll bring you down.
Yes,
You'll make
I'm a
some enemies,
psychic.
dude. And you'll get assassinated, and someone will steal your money, and you'll get stabbed in the street.
Yeah, I'm
They
going to
won't
die.
even know who I am. Like I'll be the richest
And
man in
then
the
you won't be
world.
around
I'll
to
be
and
get
they
that
won't know
guy
who I am.
from Person of Interest, that little crippled guy that no one knows. But is
Candace
apparently
looks
the
like she's
richest man in the
thinking. Let's
world.
ask Candace her opinion.
I think that given the assumptions that if we go back in time, nothing in the past changes up until this point. I think that assumption is incorrect.
Well, yeah,
And,
we know it's
I
going to
mean,
be
like-
incorrect.
We've just had that
Yeah,
assumption incorrect because I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy into all the
well-
companies. That's changing it right there.
Yeah, and you're gonna get stabbed, and then you won't be around to get cryogenic.
Dad, do you know how rich I'm gonna be? I'll have bodyguards coming out my ass.
Yeah, and one of them.
Hope
will
not.
stab you 'cause they want
Jesus.
more.
Well, they're
Right
going to
out,
turn
I'll
turds
just-
into
I'll just
bodyguards
keep
now.
eating
One
bodyguards.
of those will backstab you. Quite literally.
The turds.
I might like that.
I'm sick of coming out your ass. I'm going to kill you.
Anyway, so that literally means that you can't really screw up. Historical
Actually, yes,
events.
you can. Because if Mackerman is going to buy Google, right, then that means, well, if he does something that changes, that is supposed to change something today, but doesn't, it will in the future because, well, you might stop some guy from getting the job there, and then that guy would have made something awesome.
Yeah, but that's why we said
I
nothing
can
changes.
just give him the idea
Well,
for
that's
it.
just convenient.
No.
No, okay. I think what if it did change it? Would you not go back in time if
No.
you going back in time changes it?
No,
Because
no.
that's a good. That's something that you've got to consider in this
Yeah,
question. Actually, I think that assumption.
If
I
it changes
agree
the
with Angela.
past, like, in a massive way, no, I wouldn't go back.
Well, it will, but you don't know if it will. Or
Yeah,
not.
well, see, now because I've given you my argument point, now you're just fucking with it. Oh, now you can't do this, now you can't do that. Now you're just being a dick.
I accept that, but I mean, I'm just agreeing with what Candlelit said, and I think
Except what
if
the
you-
dick.
if you. I accept it.
I'm
Except the
sorry.
dick.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Carry on. Off you go.
So, I can't even remember what I'm talking about. I think this is a good time to wrap it up. We've got a majority vote for the past, even though it's incorrect.
If the assumption was not there, I would have gone for it in the future, just to not screw up with the past.
Yeah, same.
But you're taking away something that's awesome, though.
What?
I'm sorry, but like, so if you go into the past and you do
She
something,
just said she'd go
then
to the
you're-
future,
Yeah, she said you're going to the future.
Because the assumption
right.
is
and I
incorrect.
agreed.
But we're assuming that the assumption is true.
But how can it be if Macca's buying over everything?
No, but he's not buying. He's getting like 10% shares, so he's not going to have any say in
Yeah,
what the company
but
does.
that money is coming from someone else because
Yeah.
somebody at
But
the moment.
we're just
owns
saying that,
something.
that person that we're getting this 10% from is completely insignificant in the role of the
Okay,
past.
okay,
So
let's-
all products are the
let's-
same, all
let's
company
wrap this
values
up
are the
now.
same.
Yeah, we're rapping.
Let's wrap this up.
That's a
If you guys have an opinion, put it in the comments, and then we'll see what you guys say.
Okay, and think about.
I
what you
just like
think
the
about-
fact
Try
that
to
you
try
find
to
the
keep
giant
it
flaws
try to
in my
keep it
time.
Twitter length, not Microsoft Word length.
Hey, we all have Twitter these days. By all, I mean two of us.
3.
About
I don't-
time.
I deleted mine.
What's
I
Twitter?
shall make one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So follow us there. That's
Next
going to be
year.
the end of our episode. Thanks for watching episode 6. Give it a like and a comment if you liked it. Put your opinions
One
on
of
the
them,
things we
mates.
talked about down in the comments. And we'll all be signing out here. Ice by JD signing out.
Me too.
Me 3.
You're signing out.